Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something really special. We're going to explore the vast, mysterious, and beautifully complex land of Kazakhstan. You know, when you think of Central Asia, this is the country that defines it, with its endless steppes, towering mountain ranges, and a history that's been completely shaped by sweeping empires and massive, massive transformation.
Okay, let's just pause for a second to set the scale here right out of the gate, because this is wild. Kazakhstan is the 9th largest country on the entire planet. It is a massive expanse of land, and it actually holds the title of the largest landlocked nation in the world. It's just huge.
To make sense of this epic story, from ancient steppes to futuristic cities, here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the heart of Central Asia, then look at nomads, trade, and empires, touch on the Soviet era, trace the rise of modern Kazakhstan, and finally dive into its culture, tradition, and nature.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the heart of Central Asia, the world's largest landlocked country. Because it is just so massive, Kazakhstan literally acts as a physical transcontinental bridge stretching right across Europe and Asia. I mean, you could be standing amidst the endless golden beauty of the steppe, and then later find yourself looking up at the towering peaks of the Altai Mountains. The geographic diversity here is just profound.
And when you look at exactly who they border, it really puts things into perspective. You've got Russia to the north, China to the east, and to the south, you have Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and Turkmenistan. Its location anchors it right in the geopolitical center of the world map. It's a true global crossroads. But here's the real kicker. Underneath all those breathtaking landscapes lies an absolute treasure trove of natural resources. We are talking vast reserves of oil, gas, and crucial minerals. And that right there is exactly what positions modern Kazakhstan as such a vital economic hub on the global stage today.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 2, nomads, trade, and empires, from the ancient Silk Road to the Khans. You know, thousands of years ago, this region was basically the ancient equivalent of the global internet. I'm talking about the Silk Road. It ran straight through here, connecting the East and the West. And it wasn't just about moving physical goods around. It was this high-speed network for traders to swap cultures, stories, and groundbreaking ideas that permanently shaped the local identity. So let's trace how this all evolved chronologically. Back in ancient times, this land was home to nomadic tribes living on horseback, just constantly moving across those endless steppes. Then, boom, 13th century, we see one of the most powerful influences arrive, Genghis Khan and the sprawling Mongol Empire. Fast forward a bit, and the region splits into various distinct regional khanates before eventually falling under the control of the Russian Empire in the 19th century. You literally watch as the land passes from early horseback nomads to powerful empires, setting the exact stage for the borders we know today. That brings us to a highly pivotal chapter. Section 3, the Soviet era, a 20th century transformation. Now, the 20th century under the Soviet Union left a highly complex, dual legacy on this land. It was a period of immense extremes. On one hand of the ledger, you saw massive development. There was incredibly rapid industrialization and a total transformation of the region's agriculture. But on the flip side, this era brought severe historical hardships to the people. A really stark example of this is the extensive nuclear testing that occurred at sites like Semoplatinsk. So it was an era of intense change that forever altered the nation. Moving forward, we hit Section 4, the rise of modern Kazakhstan, from 1991 to a futuristic tomorrow. Since the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, the development here has been absolutely breakneck. Just look at the stark contrast between the two capitals. You have Almaty, the former capital, which remains beautifully nestled near these stunning lakes and majestic mountains, and then you have Astana. Astana is the modern capital, and it is defined by bold, space-age, futuristic architecture. It is a literal, physical symbol of their modern economic ambition. Finally, let's explore Section 5, culture, tradition, and nature. The enduring nomadic spirit. Even with all those futuristic cities, Kazakh culture remains profoundly rooted in its nomadic traditions. Values like immense hospitality and a really deep respect for elders are absolutely central here. And you see this in everyday traditional cuisine, like beshbarmak. It's so much more than just a meal. It is a direct, living reflection of their welcoming heritage. And their history. It isn't just locked away in textbooks. It is kept alive audibly. Through the dumbra, which is this beautiful traditional stringed instrument, ancient stories are shared and preserved across generations. It's literally a musical thread tying modern Kazakhs directly back to their ancestors.
Now, if you step outside those rising urban skylines, you are hit with a true adventurous paradise. We are talking pristine mountain lakes in the Altai Range, deep canyons, vast deserts, the iconic, endless Kazakh steppe, and some incredibly unique regional wildlife. It's this vast, open landscape of pure, untouched nature that just heavily contrasts with the modern cities.
As we wrap up our explainer today, I want you to reflect on this quote because I think it just hits the nail on the head. Kazakhstan is a land where history meets modernity, where ancient traditions blend with futuristic cities. From the early days of the Silk Road, through sweeping empires and Soviet rule, all the way to its proud independence, Kazakhstan just continues to rise. It's strong, proud, and absolutely full of potential.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. As Kazakhstan boldly builds its space-age tomorrow, how will the enduring resilience of its ancient nomadic past continue to shape the heart of Central Asia? It's such a fascinating dynamic between the golden steppe and a boundless future. Thank you so much for exploring